Hello Collective, welcome to the channel. It is April 19th, 2025. I hope you're doing well. The time is 6:15 a.m. Let us tap right in and see what storyline Spirit would like to share with you. Collective energy, please Spirit. Collective energy. What storyline would you like to share with the collective, please? Collective energy. Collective energy, please Spirit. Collective energy. Thank you, please, and thank you. In the central energy, we've got the Queen of Wands in the central energy. Courageous, confident, determined to live their life. Challenge position. Heartfelt proposals. Romance. It's imagination. Listening to the heart over the head. We've got Two of Wands. There is leaving home, a reconciliation perhaps. Somebody may be coming in to join you, or perhaps you are leaving. In the recent past. Conflict of petty egos. Conflict of petty egos. Competition in the intentions and expectations. Ace of Pentacles. Abundant new career. Somebody wanted your abundance. They wanted your opportunities. They wanted to take your prosperity because you're about ready to begin it. So they were fighting with you for it. And in the near future, please Spirit, you stood up for yourself. You've got strong boundaries. Holding your own. In control. The lens is being looked through. We've got a sacrifice or a release. You're letting it go. You're letting it go. In the environment, please Spirit, for the collective. For the collective, you've got a Knight of Swords in the upright, rushing forward. On a mission. There's no stopping you. Hopes and fears. King of Pentacles. They might want to make money. Have a whole bunch of money. They want their hope is that they can become a King of Pentacles. They want to defend their beliefs. In the outgoing energy, we've got the Chariot. So there is a victory, a moving forward, going on a journey. Queen of Cups. Taking your love and getting out of Dodge. You've got the Ten of Cups here. So the Queen of Cups has a divine love and a celebration. The Devil is in a Ten of Wands burden. They may want to spy on contracts. They may be spying on people's contracts coming up. And, you know, the investments that they made, and justice is being served on that. The law of cause and effect is being served on that. Because you worked with high standards, you really worked hard for this. And so these ones got to accept the loss. They got to go away. It belongs to these couples that brought it together. And so they're experiencing a tower. They're just going to fall apart because this Nine of Pentacles is the fruits of their labor. And so, and not theirs. They got a financial loss coming because they're victorious here. Disappointed that the King of Swords knows the truth and is binding them. real close. Everybody wants to walk exact edge definition. Everybody wants to be an actor or an actress. So we got the Queen of Wands here. Self-aware, confident, zest for life. She's not backing down. She's living. She's going to live big. She's going to live bold. She's going to live fiercely, aggressively. If you come into her space, she's going to protect herself. Knight of Cups is a challenge. You've got these knight in shining armors. Somebody wanting to come in with a proposal. Burned. So you've been hurt before, so it's hard for you to trust. You may not even want to deal with this person or these people who may be coming forward. We have a Two of Wands here. Travel plans. Somebody may be trying to come forward to reconcile. You're being fierce. And we got Rocky in the reverse. Somebody's making plans for foresight. They foresee that there won't be any rocky roads. We've got the competition here in the recent past is ending. So this competition is ending. We've got, they wanted your career. They were going for it. They wanted your prosperity. But you're a diamond, and it was a little difficult. But you're hanging in there, holding your own, keeping your boundaries up, protecting yourself, being a little fierce. Secrets, because somebody's not telling the truth. Somebody may be spreading lies about you, and you're holding your own. You're standing up for yourself. You're like, you don't really have to do a whole lot except be who you are. You're the Queen of Wands here. This says you're fierce. It says soften your heart so you can feel again. It also says you've been hurt before, so it's hard for you to trust. Let someone in and love again. Problem is, as we all know, the choices that people have been severely infiltrated by this stuff. Somebody's getting released, and they're grieving here. And so they're driving. They're coming forward, really trying to defend their belief system on how they get money or whatever. You're leaving. They're coming forward. They want to defend their beliefs. You've taken it as far as it can go this time around. The best thing you can do is walk away. They were trying to defend their beliefs about how to get money. They were hoping to get money. They wanted money. We got distant, so far away. It could be there's a King of Pentacles. It's so far away physically and mentally. It could be that any form of comfort or generosity is going away. We've got the Chariot here. So somebody's gained a victory and somebody has lost. You're going on a journey and somebody has lost. They're feeling like that they've been abandoned because you left. They're adrift. They're not willing to settle down or be responsible. Look, they're in the dark side and they're trying to escape. They didn't want to settle down and be responsible. So everything that they've built is falling apart. Everything that you no longer need is falling away to make room for the love that you deserve. Queen of Wands. And these empty vessels are drowning. They're going under. They put out many flames in order to support their own needs. Or maybe they did not. They used up many flames and didn't give them anything. They're tired. They don't have any energy. Something isn't right. They got a long road of neglect ahead of them. Or maybe that's what they gave you. They're crushed and hurting emotionally. But they're playing at love, trying to get forgiveness. Oh, I'm sorry. Reaching out to connect. They were tempted by the snake. Hey, save me. Childish person feels all alone. And it's your fault. You're supposed to make it okay. Why aren't you protecting me? When the whole time they were trying to destroy you. When the whole time they were using you for the benefit that you offered, for what you could provide. And it had nothing to do really with love. So Queen of Wands is here. She's got a lot of passion. She sure does, but she's being very aggressive. She's like, you know what? You're going to have to go right on down over there. You know, you're going to have to just get on over there. Far, far away over there. So, yeah, she's determined. She's like, you know what? I'm done playing with you people. There's a soul contract here. She's being fierce about a soul contract. The lessons I learned from us will never be forgotten. She's being very fierce. She's like, you know what? I've learned all I need to freaking learn about your soul contracts. Got a Knight of Cups wanting to come in and offer a proposal, but this person has been hurt before, and it's hard to trust anybody. Responsibilities, you know, they care about families, and, you know, the experience in this pool of choices, you know, is all about gaining contracts so that they can siphon the wealth out of it. And, you know, she's doing pretty good. She's got a zest for life. She's confident and determined. She's independent, and she's learned all she needs to know. Somebody wants to reconcile. They don't want to bring a rocky road. She's not interested in a rocky road. She's making travel plans. She could be leaving home. She's like, you know what? I don't want this rocky road. Don't want to run anymore. Renter doesn't want to run anymore. It's like she's just sitting there in her lion energy, and she's like, look, I'm not running anymore. Goals have been attained. The road is no longer rocky. She's not running. But, you know, this kind of stuff. She's got the competition ending. The competition is ending in the recent past. And there's an understanding of what's been going on. Now, this spirit is saying that the competition is ending. And it is. But you still got some of these folks out here trying to defend their beliefs still about why they get money, how they get money. They were chasing after your Ace of Pentacles, trying to make things hard for you. You're a diamond. You're valuable. You're it. You're the Ace of Pentacles. You're the Lion. And we've got reunited here. So they were making things difficult for you. We've got reunited. You're standing up for yourself with the Seven of Wands. Maintaining control. And someone isn't telling the whole truth. They're guilty of lying to you. So they're telling lies. They're guilty of causing damage, and they're feeling the pain from it. You stood up for yourself, and you're in this competition, and you're like, look, man. So there's a sacrifice. You're letting something go, or somebody, and they're grieving. It did not work out the way they had imagined. They're being held back. You're like, look, I just don't want to deal with you. You're going to have to get out of my energy. Broette. You got the Knight of Swords here. Ambitious fella, or whatever, coming forward, trying to defend their beliefs, but you're leaving. You've taken it as far as it can go this time around. You're going to walk away, and you've got forgiveness here, but forgiveness is about severing the tie, letting it go. You're leaving it. You've taken it as far as it can go, and so you're cutting the cord. You're letting it go. And there's a King of Pentacles here that's so far away. They want to rekindle the passion with you. Why? Because the truth is revealed? Because they know the truth now? They want to tell you the truth? You're in your chariot. You've got strong willpower and courage, and you got a victory here. You're going on a journey. And, you know, these ones feel lost. They feel like that you're abandoning them. You know, and that's strange, because in the dream state, I saw some folks blaming somebody about abandoning them. They sabotaged them, like they were walking down, and then they were betrayed and ambushed by a group of people who were saying how this person abandoned them, and they were like trying to take them out. Like, how dare you abandon we abusers who tried to unalive you? Now we're really going to do it, you know? We couldn't stick you in the ground, and now we're just going to take you out. And that's exactly what it was going on. I'm like, wow, man, unsatisfied. So they feel like you're abandoning them. You're taking your stuff, you're going. You're like, look, I'm done playing your games. Your passion project is suffering confusion, needing an escape, thinking there's still some unfinished business. They got a lot of stuff they got to deal with. But they can't separate you from whatever this love is here. The love for yourself, the love for your family, the love for whoever. And it's too late for these ones to take any action. They sabotage themselves. They could be in solitary confinement or destined to be alone. Destined to be alone. We got a soul tie, destiny, space. So it's like they could have sabotaged you and put you alone, or maybe they sabotage themselves. They can't get into your space because of a soul tie. They were trying to steal your destiny, this reflection. They were trying to pretend to be you, broken and shattered about it, because they're a liar. They're a liar. Got a lot of those in the world. Secret keepers, liars, people who, say one thing, but then, it's like, don't behave in the manner that they try to present themselves in. So, Queen of Wands is very, very determined and independent, acting aggressive because she is protecting herself. She's learned all she needs to know about soul contracts. Guilt. I release any beliefs that no longer assist in my soul's growth. So whatever these contracts are that these people are binding people to, you may have determined that it's a con artist game. We've got Knight of Cups here, Knight in Shining Armor, following the heart, coming in with a proposal, but you've been hurt before, so it's hard for you to trust. It says let someone in and love again. We've got responsibilities here. Yeah, you could just be that you're challenged by that. Maybe you don't believe in these kinds of contracts anymore. At least not with the crowd that is present here now. Look, you just want peace, man. You're going to take care of your responsibilities and you just want peace. You're releasing all the negative energy. You're letting it go. You've got Two of Wands, reconciliation. It's not going to be a hard road for you. You're not running anymore, or a runner doesn't run. You're having gratitude. You're thankful for this life and the opportunities that it presents, and it doesn't necessarily need to involve any contract with anybody except the Most High God, Mother, Father. Doesn't need to be with anybody else. So we got conflict here, people wanting your life, your identity, and who you're going to connect with and be with, because they want they want to be an idol. They want idolatry. They want to be obsessed. So they're pretending that it's not over. It's time to let it go and make a fresh start. You have an understanding of their side of the story. You're looking at the lighter side of life. Ace of Pentacles here. So you've got a manifestation of a new career, some kind of a financial opportunity. Things are very difficult now. You need space to sort out your feelings, to know what to do. And there is a reunion here. We will always come back to each other. So you may be going back to something. You may have been reunited with somebody. We've got happiness here. Seven of Wands, standing up for yourself, maintaining control in this competition here. Secrets. They weren't telling the whole story. You have to be willing to both say and hear the truth. And we've got some guilty folks here feeling the pain from the damages that they have caused. Why? Because you trust in the inner voice and it guides you correctly. There's a sacrifice here. They're grieving. It did not work out the way that they had planned. They're being held back. They don't know what to do. Knight of Swords, rushing in to defend their beliefs. You've taken it as far as it can go this time around, and walking away is the best you can do, so you're forgiving it. You're cutting the cord. You're not having anything to do with that. They might be wanting you to forgive them, but we've got imagination in the reverse. It could be that you're cutting them right out of your mind, right out of your life, and you're not in regret about it. It's like you just don't want to have anything to do with them. You're leaving it low. Go, go. King of Pentacles is here. Far away. They may want to try to get back together with you because they want to tell you the truth. Maybe they like who you are. This is a person who is not of service. They did not help you. They don't feel good when they can help others. This King of Pentacles most likely gets his dough from nefarious deeds. You've got your Chariot here. You've got a victory. You're going on a journey. You're leaving people behind, and they've lost. They feel like that you've abandoned them. They're very unsatisfied with what's going on, and they can't change it. You're leaving. They lost. You've got your freedom. You're an empath, and you're very patient. You believe in divine timing, the timing of the Most High. You possess gifts of the soul that benefit yourself and others and your health. You honor the physical vessel that houses your soul, your spirit. These people who brought you adversity want forgiveness. They have to surrender their need to control because of your courage. You did not quit. You did not back down. You're in the Queen of Wands energy. You have a ton of inner strength. And these ones are in fear because they have to accept responsibility for their own deeds. So, Queen of Wands, again, she's all fired up and feisty in her lioness energy. She's like, Urgh. And she's learned all the lessons she ever needs to know from this soul contract. She'll never ever forget it. She's releasing any beliefs that no longer assist in her soul's growth. She's releasing the guilt. Whatever guilt anybody tried to place on her, she's letting it go. Whatever soul contract she was in, they laid all their crap onto her, and she has learned all she needs to know about that. Problem is, she's got a Knight of Cups coming in, wanting to freaking make a proposal. But she's been hurt before. She doesn't trust this person. It says to let someone in love again. There's responsibilities where the financial and emotional needs will be taken care of. It looks like there's peace here. I am a being of love, and I release all the negative energy. And then we've got gain. And this is gain, profit, and conclusion. So you may have won a prize, or maybe that's the challenge position, trying to be at peace and move into the conclusion of this. We've got a reconciliation. Two of Wands. The rocky road is in the reverse. The runner doesn't want to run anymore. They're just grateful for this life and the opportunities that it presents. Oh, heck, that was supposed to go there. So there's a strategy here. A strategy of gratitude. Strategy of gratitude. Sometimes you got to be your own programmer, you know. And I'm going to go ahead and pull one for that central ground there because I put that gain card right on that. And I should just, actually what I should do is move it up. No, I'm going to do this. Somebody wants to apologize. Somebody's feeling guilty. They want to apologize. There's could be a confession coming in. We've got the Five of Wands. Arguments, clashing, petty egos, that's ending. You understand all about it, both sides of that situation. You're looking at it with the lighter side of life. Why? Because you're a high value person, and that's what you do. You don't rest in South Node. You're not going to have any of that. You want to go ahead and be happy. You got the Ace of Pentacles here, so you got a new career, a new financial opportunity, some prosperity, some abundance. Things have been very difficult for you, but you're a nice shiny diamond. Look at you go. And there is a reunion. We will always come back to each other, and we've got happiness. I am aware that being happy means that I am on the right path. Perseverance. You persevered through every challenge that they sent your way. You may be a little aggressive right now, and you may not be the total sweetheart that you once were, but there you are. You're happy. You're standing up for yourself in the Seven of Wands energy during this competition. You may have protection from, you may have friends out there And they're aware of those who are keeping secrets, those who have lied on you, those who are guilty and now feeling the pain from the damages that they have caused. You trust and accept the inner voice that will always guide you correctly. You're connected to this. This is what you're helping you stand up for yourself. It could be a memory, somebody from the past, or maybe it's triggering some kind of a, maybe you're reunited. There's reunion up here on the bottom of this memory card. It also says reunion. So this could mean that you are inwardly connected to whoever, telepathically connected to whoever this is. Maybe you trust them. Maybe they're from the past. We got a sacrifice here. They're grieving. It did not work out the way that they had imagined. They're being held back. They don't know what to do. They got indecision here regarding a family. There could be a whole family that is indecision. Knight of Swords rushing in, defending their beliefs. You've taken it as far as it can go this time around. You're out of here, man. You don't want to deal with it. Your forgiveness, you're cutting that cord. They can't get into your head, and you don't have any regrets about it. They're sick about it. They're sick about it. They're making them sick. King of Pentacles is here. He's got a comfortable lifestyle. And, you know, he's far away, but he wants to try to rekindle passion with you again. So you may know him, or he may be from a previous lifetime. He wants to come forward and tell you the truth, but the truth is that this is not a being of service, and he's doing you a disservice. He doesn't want to help anybody. He probably gets his money through nefarious means. We've got compromise, and it came out in the reverse. So you're not offering your services to this person, perhaps, and you're not going to help them, and you're not going to compromise. You don't want to have anything to do with them. You know who this is, or maybe you just sense it. We've got the Chariot here. You're having a victory, and you're going on a journey. These people lost. They feel like you are abandoning them. You know, they weren't happy with the way things are going, and they're not happy now. They're very unsatisfied with you leaving. They can't change it. They can't change it. You're the blessing. You're the blessing, and they can't change it. They can't take it. They can't trap it. They can't make you give it to them. You don't have to give it to them. The divine said you'll never give it back. You never have to give it back. The truth is here, and there is no compromise. There is no compromise. You never have to give it back. That belongs to you. You don't have to be nice to these people who are coming up to try to gain a contract with you when you know what they do with these contracts. You're not dumb. You know what they do. We've got vision problems, blind. It could be that you have alliances that you do not see. Maybe you are blind. Maybe they are your eyes. We've got pride. Pride. The prideful people, their goal, man, their goal was to trap you. These prideful people, their goal was to trap you. But you triumphed over death and conflict. Or you triumph, and that is bringing an ending to this conflict. Take it as it resonates. I'm going to go ahead and leave this one here. Oh wait, I got another smaller deck. Let's use this one. Queen of Wands, independent and determined, fierce, acting aggressive, protecting yourself. Soften your heart so you can feel again. She's learned all the lessons she needs to learn about soul contracts from the previous cycle. Those who are guilty of moving around, or maybe she's releasing all the beliefs that no longer assist in her soul's growth. She's letting it go. She's letting go of this soul contract. And those who are guilty want to make a confession. They want forgiveness. They're in despair. She's like, get out of my hair. Just go. I don't want to have anything to do with you. Why are you in my space? Knight of Cups. She's challenged by this. She's got this guy here coming up, you know, trying to be a prince or something. And she's been hurt before, so it's hard for her to trust. And it says let someone in and love again, you know, to have a responsible family, peaceful, gain. Yeah, okay. Well, this is the conclusion. She has gained. She is a being of love, and she's releasing all the negative energy. We've got pleasure seekers here. She's challenged by these pleasure seekers who want to take part. See, they come in and they act all charming, right? And they act like they want a family with you, but what they do then is they gain whatever your energy is. You release their negative energy. These pleasure seekers, they just want what you got. They don't want to actually do anything with you. They just want to take what you have, your gain. Two of Wands, at least that's the way it looks to me that you're looking at it. You know, you might be a little negative because you've got two, you've been hurt before cards here, and you're not really, and the soul contract that you've learned lessons that you never need to learn again. You've got reconciliation. The road will not be rocky. The runner isn't going to run anymore. Your strategy is to make a list of gratitude and be thankful for this life and the opportunities it presents, even the nasty ones. You've got somebody out here who is a snob. They might be trying to read your mind, but they can see that you're a grateful person. They're getting all messed up in the head about it. Conflict, Five of Wands, is ending. They're pretending it's not ending, but it's time for a fresh start. You have an understanding of what it is that they've been doing. You're focusing on the lighter side of life, and you are a high-value person for certain. Look, gift. They could not take your gift. They did not steal your gift. We're just going to put that right there. They didn't have the gift, and they couldn't take the gift. You got the Ace of Pentacles here. A whole bunch of prosperity and abundance. They made life real hard for you, but you came out shining like a diamond. And you are reunited with somebody here who's making you happy. You both persevered through whatever challenges that you're going through, and maybe that's what makes you happy. We got a surprise in the reverse. So it's not a surprise that you persevered. Perhaps there are no surprises here. You've got the Seven of Wands, standing up for yourself. And somebody who was telling lies on you, they're guilty of telling lies on you, are feeling the pain from the damages that they have caused throughout time, throughout the history. The divine said the need for vengeance is in the history. And so what we got here is memory. And, you know, you trust your inner voice. And it could be that this is the reconnection, the reunion here, because this card also says reunion. And these people are in sorrow, man. They're in deep, deep sorrow. The Hanged Man. So they're being let go. We got malady. They're grieving. It did not work out the way they had imagined. They're being held back. They don't know what to do about this family. They're sick over it. They're sick over it. We've got defending their beliefs. You've taken it as far as it can go. You're going to leave, and you're forgiving that. You're whacking on the connection there, and you're cutting them right out of the imagination, and you have no regrets about it. They're sick about it. They've got some kind of disease. They're feeling weak and fragile. We got wife. Somebody's wife may be sick. Somebody's getting cut out of the imagination. They don't have any regrets about making somebody's wife sick. Maybe they're sick because somebody is now a wife or will be. Somebody wants to marry this person so that this other person can what? Step in and be them, take over their position. That's what these soul contracts are. You know, they get married and then they get rid of the original and then replace it with one that they choose, and then they keep the inheritance, the house, the bank, the cars, all that good stuff. It's ridiculous. So this King of Pentacles makes his money kind of like that, you know. He's at a distance and he wants to rekindle the passion. But you know the truth about this. They want to tell you the truth. They're saying they want to tell you the truth, but you're not offering any services to this person. They don't offer any services to anybody. There's no compromise. You don't want to work with this person, even though they hope. See, they're hoping that you're going to take this blindfold off the eyes, or they're hoping that you won't know the truth, but you got the truth right there. You got your Chariot there, a victory, and you're going on a journey. These ones lost. They feel like you have abandoned them. They were unsatisfied and unhappy with the way things were going, and they cannot change anything about this blessing. You're the blessing, and they were bringing misfortune to the blessing. Or now, because you are the blessing, because you are enlightened, and you are still well and healthy, they're suffering a misfortune. You're in your Chariot, you're going on, you're the fortune, you're the blessing, and there is a wedding here. So there's a union. You may be getting married soon, or meeting somebody that you will get married. Somebody is sighing here. We got a merchant. Somebody's sad about a merchant and the Lord. And falseness. They lied. The Lord's taking care of them, getting rid of them at the merchant. Because, I don't know, because what? They were lying about somebody who is faithful. And now they're sad. This foe is very sad because death is knocking at the door. So, alrighty then. Now I'm going to go ahead and leave this one here. And I'll see you on the next one, everybody. Bye.